George Corpse, Hunter Fisher, Carla Corpse, and you're watching Rock and Metal News.
Hey guys, this is Ron from YouTube's Rock and Metal News, and this is your Maximum Threshold Rock and Metal News Report. Stick to Your Guns have released a music video for their song No Tolerance on YouTube. Their new EP, Better Ash Than Dust, is set for release on September 23rd through Pure Noise. You can catch the band on Better Ash Than Dust tour, supporting their album with Stray From The Path, Expire and Knocked Loose as support. Check the band's official website for the tour dates. And Protest the Hero have released a 6-part series of Our Own Volition documentary at protestthehero.vhx.tv. The band are also set to release the tracks from their Pacific Myth subscription service soon and are heading out on a Canadian tour. And we were blessed with a new song from Rage Against the Machine vocalist Zach Della Rocha on September the 8th, which was called Digging for Windows, which is now on YouTube. The track was produced by LP. LP has now released some posts on Twitter about Zach's album, stating the Zach Della Rocha album is happening 2017. And also stated, and yes, this is new material made this year, and yes, there is more where that came from. And finally stated, been keeping my mouth shut about my work with Zach since January when we did it. It hurt. Now I'll commence keeping my mouth shut about the rest. So that's great news. Stay tuned for a Zach Della Rocha solo album. And continuing with your MaximumThreshold.net rock and metal news, Oathbreaker have a new track out called Immortal, streaming for a limited time on stereogum.com. Their new album, Ria, is set for release on September 30th through Deathwish Inc. You can also catch them on tour as they support Skeleton Witch and Iron Reagan. And Devilment, the band featuring Cradle of Filth vocalist Danny Filth, will release their new album, Devilment 2, the Mephisto Waltzes, on November the 18th through Nuclear Blast Entertainment. Stay tuned for a new music video for the single Hitchcock Blonde, which should surface soon. And finally, Origin have finished their touring in 2016 for the album Omnipresent and are now going to focus on a new album. The band stated, with the completion of our most recent Conjuring the Dead 2016 US tour, we officially announced the end of the touring cycle for 2014's Omnipresent CD as we now begin work on our 7th studio album. So stay tuned for updates. This is Ron from YouTube's Rock and Metal News with a Z, and this has been your Maximum Threshold Rock and Metal News Report. Thanks for tuning in.